Hey up me ducks, welcome to the latest instalment of the North to South podcast. I'm your host, CXJ to many, but Craig James Key to most. And this week, as always, it's Tom. Tom, say your bit.
Hey up, guys. It's been a week or two since we've had a pod, so it's good to be back online and chatting about football.
It is good to be back, and like you say, Tom decided that he has a life outside of the pod and wanted an holiday. So some people are committed, some people aren't, but they, each to their own. So obviously, this week we're going to just jump straight into it, and the main, obviously, it's coming down to the end of the season now, and it's all or nothing for the Premier League. Arsenal, Manchester City, and obviously, as we're currently speaking, we've got PSG and Bayern Munich on in the background, which seems to be a feisty game. But obviously, let's stick to the bits that everybody wants to hear, and that is Tom's views on the title race. Everybody knows what my view is. A neutral, this is a fantastic race. But Tom, 1-0 against Newcastle at the weekend.
Yeah.
A little bit of positivity come back into the Arsenal squad, I hope. Manchester City have got a long wait now until they next play their next game against Everton, which is on Monday, which is another more or less a week from now. Arsenal must feel, I think, although everyone's claiming Arsenal bottled it, if I was an Arsenal fan or looking at it from outside, Arsenal seem to have it's more in their favour, I think. What do you think?
Yeah. I mean, so I would just echo the words of Erebici Eze. I saw he basically did a video after the game, and he was just cool as a cucumber, mate. Like he was saying that that he loves playing football and there's no pressure, and he just wants to go out there and play the game, and he doesn't see any of this stuff that all the media were talking about, like bottlers and all this sort of words. So I think that's the right attitude to have. Because, as you say, City have about a week until they play a league game, and we've got So we had Newcastle, then I think we've got Fulham next. So we won that game, and even though it was a 1-0 game, with just a moment of excellence from excellence from Eze and Havertz, and just the way that they sort of linked up from the corner was just fantastic to see. And just that strike, what a beaut that was.
It was a quality.
But I think, I would say that that this is what I've always said. I think is that Arsenal have got to focus on what they're doing. They need to just have the attitude that Eze has, that there's no pressure, that it's a privilege to sort of be in that place. I mean, they're first, and they got a game to then win, and then it puts a little bit of pressure on City. City, I think, have the hardest sort of game run going forward, because they're playing a lot of teams who actually want to sort of get into basically Europe place. So like they will really try to beat City when they play them. So it's all to play for. And from my side, I mean, I'm one of a lot of Arsenal fans, but for me personally, I say game on, bring it, City, we aren't afraid. It's been 22 years. Come on. Come on, you Gooners.
Dust off those cobwebs. I totally agree with what you said. I think looking at the fixture list, Manchester City have got the tougher games, and they've got a lot of games very close together. But that's not to say Arsenal haven't either. Manchester City have got the FA Cup final 2 games before the end of the season, which I think is bizarre. From when I was very young, I always remember the FA Cup final being the last game of the season in the English calendar. Who decided it for to be the week before? I'll never know. I think it's a massive endurance when you've got like a title race coming up. But Arsenal got the fair share of fixtures coming up. I do think we've got the easiest of the run, but I think it's in their favour. I think people are jumping the boat a little bit about Manchester City having it so easy.
Yeah.
But Arsenal have also got Champions League football in between that. If they win the game against Atletico both legs, they go into the final, which again is another game adding on.
Yeah.
So I think it'll be a very tasty run. But looking at Arsenal's fixtures now with Fulham next game at the Emirates, can't see them losing that. West Ham, not a very good team. Yes, they're fighting. If anything, they're going to be the team that's going to fight. Because that means they're fighting against Spurs really. Burnley, I think that's an easy victory for you. Crystal Palace, I mean, I know they can be a bogey team for Liverpool. Not quite sure how they are for Arsenal. I always feel like Arsenal beat Palace anyway. So looking at those fixtures against Man City, where they got Everton for the next game along. I think Arsenal have got a real opportunity to put all that to bed, because Manchester City got Brentford, Crystal Palace, Bournemouth. We know how good Bournemouth can be, and Aston Villa. I mean, I can't see City not dropping points. So yeah, like you say, I can't. Let's bring it on. So
just the other thing that I want to say about that is that I actually was talking to a colleague at work today about Arsenal and the Champions League games, and I was saying that out of all the teams, I think Arsenal have the best defense, and I think they do in the Champions League and also in the league. But the worrying thing is that if both Man City and Arsenal win all their games, then we will be equal on points. And then it goes down to goal difference. And everyone, I think, knows that City have got the better sort of upfront, they seem to score more goals than what Arsenal do. So, yes, Arsenal, I think, were good in terms of winning, but it's the goal difference that I think it might come down to that. And even if that's equal, then City are known to score more than Arsenal, so I think that's the worrying thing as well. Is that it might be that close?
I think I think for Arsenal's point of view, because you haven't really won games with a lot of conviction, a lot of opportunities where you could have killed games off, and that would have helped you come this part of the season. And you are right, Man City don't go very lightly on teams, which I'm surprised they didn't score more against Burnley. The only worrying thing for Arsenal, if Man City do if they do win all their games, it does come down to goal difference. And and everyone's tied on goal difference. I believe it goes down to head, so the team that's scored the most goals when they played each other. So again, that's not good for Arsenal, is it? So, but I can't see. I'd be very surprised if Man City win all their games. I do think there's a couple of draws in there. Arsenal, I can't see. It depends how far they're in the Champions League, because they obviously really want to win now as well for the first time. It doesn't matter how big your squad is, you're going to get fatigue. It doesn't matter how big your squad is. If you've got players on the bench, it means they're probably not match fit, or they haven't been playing with the same players all season to be comfortable in that position. So, go on, Tom? What's your take with only 4 games left for Arsenal? How is the end of the table going to look at the end of the season for Man City and Arsenal?
What do you mean,
I know you're going to say Arsenal win. I mean, I know you're going to say Arsenal win, because I know you will say that. But I mean, do you see Man City dropping points? Do you see Arsenal winning it just by a point? Do you see Arsenal winning by goal difference? Do you see? That's what I'm saying. How do you feel? How do you feel it's going to go? Which way?
I feel like Arsenal that they have to do it. That they have to win the league this season, because they've been doing well for the past few seasons, coming second, being beaten by Man City and then Liverpool, and but then that's more what I want. So that's not really like that's not prediction as such, is it? But yeah. I mean,
You're like a politician, just give a straight answer.
I do think. I mean, it was good to see Saka back, and when he played, I think Arsenal did play well. But I think him and Odegaard, they play well, sort of off each other. So I think that's positive, and Eze's doing well. So I prediction is Arsenal will go and win it. Yeah, and I think City will drop a few points. I think what is it? You said Everton. They're playing.
Yeah, so let's do.
I think they'll drop points at Everton, and they'll drop points against Bournemouth because those are the away games, and then even maybe against Aston Villa, they might drop points.
So let's just do a quick exercise then, because like I said, we're not going to. So let's just go on the current goal difference. So Everton, Man City, where do you see that going? I see that as a 1-1 draw. I'll be honest with you, or a draw, shall I just say? I can see that as a draw.
Yeah. Yeah, draw as well. Yeah.
I think Man City will edge Brentford because they would have drawn that game. So I think
I think they're at home as well. So I think they're unlikely to lose at home.
I think they'll win Crystal Palace. I think that'll be a comfortable win for them. Bournemouth,
I think they'll lose that game.
I think they will. Oh God, I don't know about that because they got Aston Villa the week after. I think they'll lose against Bournemouth. I agree.
I think they'll lose against Bournemouth and they'll draw against Villa.
And the reason I think that
because Villa aren't they in a place to? Because Villa need to fight to stay in Champions League.
Yeah.
I mean, they're 8 point clear of Brighton, so I don't think Brighton will catch them, but still they have to fight.
Yeah, so the only reason I think they'll lose against Bournemouth, one of the reasons, is they've got Crystal Palace 3 days later, a FA Cup final. So they've got Crystal Palace at night, 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
They've got Chelsea at 3 o'clock on the Saturday. And then on the Tuesday, 7:30, they've got Bournemouth. I think that'll be just one too many.
Yeah.
Because they've got Brentford the week before that and Everton the week before that. I just think it's going to be a domino effect. So I've got 10 points here for Man City. You've got 8 points. So let's now have a look at the Arsenal situation.
Yeah.
The Arsenal haven't got as many games left because they are a game in front. So in consideration, like I did with the FA Cup with the Champions League, you've got Fulham this weekend. I think that will be an easy victory for Arsenal.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see us losing any of those games.
You don't see any of those games losing, no?
Like league games, no.
Okay.
I mean, I think we're going to play well against play really well against Atletico, Madrid as well. But I don't see us losing any of those.
The only one
I think just the squad is all looking good. I think apart from Havertz is the only one who sort of might be out for us throughout the whole season now. But I don't think that's been confirmed. I mean, I haven't heard anything about him yet. So, but let me just have a look at Havertz on. Oh well, he's actually predicted. Oh no, actually that's the last time 11. So he's not. Havertz says knock mid-May on my app here. Yeah, so he should be back.
So I've got West Ham to upset the apple cart only because
go on who
they're at home and West Ham beat them last time. I'm sure West Ham have upset.
Yeah.
you've got 9 points. You've got 12, which means if Man City to win all their games, they would end up on 80 points. And then I've got 82 points for Arsenal. So I've got Arsenal winning the league by 82 points against Man City's 80.
But then what have I got?
So don't bear in mind, because when I'm talking and hosting, I'm not very good at maths. So Arsenal on 73 now. You've got them to do 83, 80. You've gone to do 85 points. And you've got Man City to do 78. So you've got Man City to finish on 78 points.
Yeah.
And Arsenal to win on 85 points. I don't think there'll be. I mean, it could be. There's no right or wrong.
Yeah.
But I do have Arsenal edging it at 82 points. So don't worry, Arsenal fans. I think it's going to be okay. Just quickly, as I'm talking, I've just switched channel, and it's now Bayern Munich 2, PSG 2. What a game.
I'm going to watch that on catch up later, I think, because goodness me.
Tom's got a dodgy internet and he can't watch 2 at once.
It looks amazing, yeah. That game, I mean, yeah, I mean, I think that we'll get through to the final, but then I honestly don't. The thing is we have beaten PSG and Bayern Munich in this year before, like in this season, but then they're known to. Perhaps they're sort of teams that sort of they warm up as they go, like City, and we also beaten Atletico as well. So
the good thing about the Champions League
but
is it's so unpredictable. Like it's not like the Premier League where you're watching the same teams playing each other throughout the season. You're playing the biggest teams, and some teams can have upset, some teams can have a bad day, and some teams can just have a really good match. And I think the beauty of it is, I think Arsenal and Atletico go into this game even Stevens, basically. I hate playing Atletico Madrid. They can wear you down, and the fact that the only thing I think is unlucky for Arsenal is you've got them away first, because they can wear you down. They are so. It's like Mourinho football. It's so it's pretty ugly as well when you play Atletico, and be 1-0 against Sporting away. I think Atletico will be a much harder team, a lot harder team. But Atletico play very similar to Arsenal this season, where it's been very much let's stay strong at the back and wait for teams to attack you. So I think the game will go literally whoever makes that gamble of wanting to be a bit brave and going forward a little bit more will probably win the game, because I think it'll be much for 2 teams waiting for either team to come at them, because it can be like that. Arsenal play very much like that all season. That's why they haven't won games very convincingly well, because they were waiting for the opponent to attack them. Very similar conversation we had the other week about teams catching on that Raya gets the ball because they want him to press, so then they can counter-attack, and teams are now catching that out. Let's just quickly run through the other games of the weekend. We don't have to talk about them because there's really the main exciting thing is the title race.
The FA Cup, isn't it, as well? So
Liverpool won 3-1 against Crystal Palace. The irony is Liverpool are supposedly having the worst season for a long time, and they're on 58 points. Manchester United having the greatest season, they're on 58 points. That just shows you the levels. That's classed as a disappointment for Liverpool, being near third. And Manchester United are celebrating being third. How the tables are turned, ironically. Isak and Verts scored in that game, which is good to see because they spent the money on them. Liverpool looked quite sharp and very creative. But too late at the end of the season. They could have had a good run in the Champions League and maybe salvage the season, but too late.
What is it that you think? Because I've noticed that Liverpool have they have started to get into their sort of form again, like past sort of few games in the past month or so. And so, like, is that just that they've gelled, or that Slot has worked out a tactic that sort of he's changed that is sort of good against other teams, or like is it that Isaac's back because like he had that broken leg, didn't he? What is it? Do you think?
Watching Liverpool this season, they've been very, very hard work to watch. Like really hard work to watch. You look at them and you think, how can this team be so bad? And I think it's a combination of things where I think at the beginning of the season, when you're looking to gel players, when players aren't performing well, you bench them and bring on another player, maybe who played last season and was, gelled into that team already. But Liverpool's bench has been so weak very early on because they bought players in the wrong positions. And then they had an injury to Isaac where they've only had Ekitike as the main striker. They then had an injury, not just at the end of the season, but you can't rely on one striker all season. I think it's been very much of they haven't been able to play all the players together long enough to gel. And that's not an excuse because some of the performances have been absolutely shocking. Like Konate at the beginning of the season was shocking. And I think that, well, they had no backup for defence. So you're playing the same players week in, week out with no competition. I think that's the thing, no competition. The players have got lazy. Lazy is a strong word, but the players have got very complacent because they know they haven't got a fight position for the players. You're looking at the bench and you've got like two goalkeepers. I mean, what other team in the league have been benching two goalkeepers? That's because Liverpool have got nobody else to bench. And they've been benching Ingamoa, which is probably come good for the lad, because I suppose if you did have a few superstars on the bench, you probably wouldn't get in. I just think it's come to that part of the season, players getting fit because the World Cup's coming up. I think some players want to get fit quicker because they know their World Cup's coming up. And I think it's just gelled. I think that's the issue. At the beginning of the season, they didn't gel quick enough. They had injuries and they had no backup. And I hope come the summer that they actually realise they need another winger to replace Diaz. They lost Diaz, they lost Jota.
Yeah.
And Gakpo, don't know what dirty pictures of Slot he's got because he keeps getting in the team and he's been absolutely shocking. He's obviously got some bloody dirty pictures on his phone somewhere. And the manager likes to go to Dubai every other weekend. Like, he loses a game and then...
man. So that was my next question. Are you thinking that he should stay or like he should go next season? What do you think?
As a neutral, I think he should stay because I think when you win the Premier League and then you're near off third now, is it a bad season? It's not. Yeah. It's not an acceptable season. It's an acceptable season, but it's not the worst season you could have. It's not like Spurs, Man United finishing 15th, 16th last season. I just think it's been there's not been a lot of commitment. The manager doesn't seem like he's very... I think people are still over on Klopp. I think Klopp was a 1 in a million manager. Everyone seems to like Klopp, even if you went to the match. You just kind of, you understood. He was a human, wasn't he? And I think
he had charisma, didn't he? Like, just
he has charisma. Like, so when things are going wrong,
personality, like he was just
when things are going wrong, he still had the charisma to kind of pick people up.
Yeah,
Slot, it's like a broken record that he doesn't understand himself sometimes, and he likes to go on his holidays, and he just doesn't have that kind of. He can lose it. He lost against PSG, and then it's not the commitment you expect. So next, I don't think as a neutral, I don't think they should sack him. But when you've got someone like Xabi Alonso, who's got that connection to the club, and Steven Gerrard coming out and saying, you know what, as long as it's for the right man, I don't mind being the assistant. It's kind of like mouth-watering for some people because you've got two players who could do some damage. Going back to like the Kenny Dalglish era where he come in and he was a player, then he become manager and he worked out really well. But then that's happened for Graham Souness when that happened, and Liverpool had one of the worst runs before the Premier League started. Actually, I think it was the Premier League season. Arsenal beat Liverpool to the title by Thomas's last goal.
Yeah.
So there's no right or wrong. I just think.
I bet that would be a different answer. Yeah. Like, it'd be different if they didn't get to like a Champions League place, though, wouldn't it? I mean, like if they fail to get in that spot, then you would have said, yeah.
Yeah, so if they fail again, I think Liverpool have been down this trip before with Rodgers, didn't get in the Champions League, stuck with him, and then it got even worse. I think Champions League is minimum for a team that's won the Premier League. I think that's acceptable to anyone.
Yeah.
I think even Leicester. I think if Leicester didn't get the Champions League after they sacked Ranieri, because that is not acceptable. But if he does finish third, you look at it from a piece of paper, you think, you know what, Arsenal been second for how long? Man City are just Pep Guardiola's just domination.
Yeah.
You know, if it was any other teams or any other player, then managers, you probably have an argument to say get rid. But you look at a piece of paper, you think maybe not. But I think they'll stick with him. The reports coming out, they'll stick with him, and I think they're going to in the transfer market. So, yeah. So we're coming up to a very quick episode. Let me just quickly run through other results that actually make a difference. So Man City won against Southampton at the weekend in the FA Cup. Late win, actually. Southampton scored a goal. I think everyone was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
As we spoke about, Pep Guardiola was like, okay, let's start playing now. You know, let's wake up.
Yeah.
And then in the last, was it 8 minutes, 10 minutes, they got 2 goals. From Doku, hasn't scored many goals this season, and Gonzalez, who Gonzalez scored a goal. So that's we're talking about Arsenal having the confidence going into the end of the season. Then you see that, and you're thinking, oh my God, again.
Yeah, but the thing is I think what I definitely notice is that Pep really has some sort of amazing sort of charisma, or his pep talk, or like whatever he does, because there have been a few key games like that where, like, in the first half they have come out when they haven't played very well, and then suddenly they come out second half and they're like blasting, and the pace is like blistering, and like they're going towards goal, and they're making like nice through balls and great creativity, and it just makes you think, like, what is Pep saying to these lads? What is he saying? Like those magic words that get them going.
Yeah, I mean, he's obviously a very good manager, and it's really showing from this end of the season. It feels like deja vu for everybody.
Yeah.
West Ham put pressure on coming into the, it's going to be that's juicy with Spurs because they won against the Wolves. Go on, Tom. The Spurs going down?
I think they are going to go down. Yeah.
I think I still wasn't. They played well.
I think they will.
Yeah, I still wasn't going to. It depends.
West Ham have got, I think it's Nuno, isn't it? Who like managing West Ham, isn't it? Nuno, I think.
Nuno.
Yeah. And they've been doing, for like the past few games, they've started to rally and start to play well and better than they have done. So I think they'll manage to keep Spurs down. Well, like, it's not just West Ham, is it? But like they're direct sort of next to them on the table. But
yeah, Spurs have got injury issues as well, because Xavi Simons actually got injured at the end of the season, another injury.
That was sad to hear, weren't it? For World Cup as well, isn't it? Yeah, so he's going to miss out. So it's sad for him, really.
So I think Forest will be pretty safe. So yeah, I can't see Tottenham getting out of the relegation zone, which I was surprised. Roy Keane thinks he's betting his mortgage on them staying up, which will be interesting. Aston Villa lost against Fulham, so Fulham are, obviously they're going to finish mid-table. There is a possibility that Fulham could get into the Champions League Europe. Sorry, obviously Europa League. So that'll be a big boost for them. And that is it for the results. Port Vale lost. Port Vale played that many games. I couldn't give you an update because we're on a 6-game tonight. in 14 days, 6 games.
14 days.
6 games in 14 games.
Oh, yeah, that's a lot, isn't it?
Yeah,
Wow.
and that's because they had a good run in the FA Cup and a lot of fixtures got
Oh, yeah, they got changed. Yeah.
postponed, changed. So they played Plymouth on the weekend, lost 2-1, and they are playing Stockport tonight, which I think it was 2
Oh, actually, like they're winning 2-0, yeah.
2-0, so it's 2-0.
Yeah. I mean, like I saw that early on tonight and thought, oh yeah, Craig's team like were like 1-0 up, and I thought that we definitely would speak about them tonight. So that's good to see that they're winning 2-0.
Good we're winning 2-0, and it's good that we can put a line under the season now. We are relegated. We got relegated last week. And now we can put a line over it and look at going back down to League Two and playing some awful teams. Can't wait. Cannot wait. Just quick update before we move on to the last segment of the evening, which is the Player of the Week and Howl of the Week. That's the first time in a long time we got that correct. It's now 3-2 to PSG. Just after the half-time interval, 3-2 PSG. Maybe it was 3-2 at half-time. I can't tell you because I've been doing a job here. But as it stands at 47 minutes, PSG 3-2. Right, Tom. Let's move on to our unique segment. Player of the Week, Howl of the Week. I'm going to go first because I know who your Player of the Week is going to be, and he's my Player of the Week. So my Player of the Week is yes, fantastic goal. Not a major scoreline result for Arsenal, but scoring the only goal in a crucial title match. Andy was the standout player. Controlled the attacking play for Arsenal, and he's cool and calmness. So he's my Player of the Week. My Howler of the Week is going to have to be Howler of the Week. I'll come back to Howler of the Week. Who's your Player of the Week?
Yeah, so my Player of the Week, as you guessed, is Eberechi Eze. Because he scored a crucial goal. And I think I said it in my review, I think, of the Man City Arsenal game where they won 2-1. I said that Arsenal's problem has been that creative sort of players and the ones who do the through balls through to Gyökeres or sort of whoever's in the box there, and we were really struggling in that area for a few games. So I'm very glad to sort of see him sort of hitting back in form. That's really good to see, and really hope that he keeps it up. I was also glad as well that he sort of came off because he was trying to he had a little niggle, and he sort of said that it's better that I come off and try and sort of help to not get sort of injured. So I think that's again a really wise play by him as well, because I think he's going to be playing tomorrow night and hopefully most of the games from now on. So he is my Player of the Week, and also just that video where he was talking to the media, saying that he loves playing football and he doesn't feel any pressure and he's just there to play and have fun and win, obviously. And that was just really good to see, and you can tell that he's honest and that he's genuinely saying those things, meaning those things. Like obviously he's saying them, but I meant to say that he's generally meaning those things as well. And my howler of the week, I think, just because this one's just popped up, was Pope. Nick Pope, because he came out and he fouled. Oh God, I can't remember who it was now.
Oh, was it Abbott? No, he's out, isn't he?
Nick Pope, like he came out and fouled. It was Mjokeres was going up, and then Nick Pope came out and he fouled him, and I thought that it should have been a red card, but it was given as a yellow card because there was a defender from Newcastle who was behind Nick Pope, so they said that it wasn't a definite goal scoring opportunity.
So he's got a thing for coming out of his box. I remember he was sent off in a semi-final for doing exactly the same thing and missed. Did he miss a Carabao Cup final, an FA Cup final against Man United? Because he loves coming out of his box and fouling players. He just loves it.
Yeah.
My howl of the week, and I've been waiting for this to come up. So, wake up this morning, put my phone on, scroll as you do, and I come across an unbelievable thing that happened this weekend, not on the Premier League. It's happened in the Segunda Division derby in Spain. Again, honestly, watch the video. I'm not just bringing this up.
And there's derby from this country versus Spain.
No. So for Real Zaragoza,
they
are second from bottom in the division, and they were playing SD Uska.
Okay.
Very similar to West Ham and Tottenham, actually.
Okay, well, that's a derby game, right? Yeah.
So it was a heated derby game. And literally, I saw this morning. I'm going to have to change the video. It's rocked the world of football because we haven't seen anything like this since the 90s because it's so outlawed now. So goalkeeper, I had to try to search his name. So goalkeeper Esteban Andrade, Real Zaragoza's goalkeeper, completely lost his head. So basically, he was shown a second yellow card. So he got a second yellow card after pushing the Huesca captain, Jorge Pulido. And as he was walking off the pitch, because he got a red card, he ran back onto the pitch and punched the player in the face. Like, not even pushed. Not like pushed him. He swung for him. It caused a mass brawl. It's happened, I think, yesterday.
Wow. That is mad.
Two more players were sent off in the process, and the match ended a 1-0 win to Uskov after a penalty. So, Andrade faced 12 matches for violent conduct, and obviously even Zaragoza condemned the actions. But I haven't seen anything like that since like Cantona, Lee Bowyer, and Kieran Dyer when they were fighting in Newcastle. It was just, I literally watched this. I thought that must have happened about 10 years ago. And then I saw another one saying, "You'll never believe what's just happened." And I thought, that's got to be my howler because it was unbelievable. And funny enough, Real Zaragoza are my team on FIFA or C26 in my career mode, funny enough, because I got sacked from Port Vale. So it's kind of fitting. I know that guy. I'm gonna give him a ban now. I'm gonna drop him for a few matches. No. So, Tom, have you got any more to say for this week?
I mean, that is proper mad, isn't it? To hear that. I'll definitely be going on YouTube after this and watching that clip. There was another clip, but it's going to be a bit of a useless story because I can't remember who the player is. But there is a clip on YouTube that I've watched a few times, and it's one of the players, and the camera sort of slows down, and when you see him like just going up to the player and just like punching him straight in the face, and like I just used to think like, what are you thinking in that moment? Like, just like, how did he get away with that? It's just
like the first thing in your head must be you're gonna get banned for even longer.
Yeah,
this is your livelihood. You're gonna get banned even longer.
Yeah,
it's crazy. But yeah, I think it's become so not a thing anymore. I was shocked. It's like it's just happened. Like, oh my god. So anyway, I think that was a positive time to end it on. It's been a nice, quick episode today. Very insightful and straight to the point. And we hope everybody's enjoyed it. We hope everybody will like and share. And yeah, Tom, have you got any words of wisdom?
It's been nice to chat with you, Craig, and hope everyone's found that fun and entertaining to watch. And please don't forget to subscribe.
Like and subscribe. And as Tom just said that, PSG are now 4-2 up. So we're going to leave you now and get back to the game because I feel like it's going to be juicy. Watch it be absolutely shocking from now. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, everybody. And we'll see you next week. Thank you. Bye.
See you next week. Bye.
From